Gossipers, we're talking Ellen DeGeneres moving to London. Now, is it because of Trump or does Diddy have something to do with it? Let's chat.
All stories alleged. For gossip and entertainment only. Let's do this.
So we're going to read the article from the Wrap. But before we get to the article, you have one and two celebrities who are moving out of the United States of America. And they are telling people that it's not because of the election. And in case you don't know, Trump was reelected to the presidency of the United States of America, and he will take office, I think it's January 20th of 2025. And because of his Project 2025 and other things he is going to be managing, basically, a lot of people, they're not comfortable living in the U.S. So those who can afford it, they are basically taking a break from the U.S. for the next 4 years, I'm assuming. All, not accusation, assumption, that's the word here. So first it was Eva Longoria that I heard of. But she's been out of the U.S. now for 3 years. She goes back and forth. And she says she lives in Spain and in New Mexico. But when we see her in the U.S., basically she's visited. And her excuse is that it's for work. Now, we don't know how true it is. There are reports saying it's because of Trump. But she's saying no, it's because of work. And it has nothing to do with the election. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to read this article from the Wrap, and we're going to see what it says about Ellen DeGeneres. But then again, with her, if it's not Trump, it could be Diddy, because word is she was also involved with Diddy's shenanigans. So it says, Ellen DeGeneres has moved to Great Britain, lists Montesino estate, never coming back to the U.S. And it says it's an exclusive, so never coming back to the U.S. That's a little stretch. I don't think never should be the word, because if she has affairs here in the U.S., definitely she has to come back. So I'm guessing they're meaning occupancy-wise, living. She'll be living in the UK, but then visiting the U.S. So it says Ellen DeGeneres and wife Portia de Rossi have moved to rural England, put their Montesino estate on the market, and plan to never return to the United States. Wow. So if the plan is to never return, so there are no visits. With Helen, most of her businesses or whatever she has, I would think it's in the U.S., but she's worth a good amount of money, probably 200 million or something like that. Okay, so let's continue the read. Telling friends the election of Donald Trump was their primary motivation, a close source to the former TV host told the Wrap. Now, when you have close people, close source, you don't know if it's true, but to say never return to her country of birth because of the politics of Donald Trump, wow. Though the incoming Republican administration was the cited catalyst, a fresh start couldn't hurt. DeGeneres has been open about being kicked out of show business after reports of toxic workplace behavior at the syndicated Helen show in 2022. So if you did not know, Ellen DeGeneres, she had her show called Helen, and it was being reported that her workplace was a toxic environment, basically meaning people did not feel safe. They probably felt being pressured. I don't want to use the word bullying, but basically it was not a comfortable place for people to work. And because of that, they said she was kicked out of show business because it's a reflection on her. Even if they did not get it from her personally to be the name of this show, she should have known what was going on with her employees. So that's what they're saying. That's the reason why she was kicked out of show business. I would like to think there's something else behind it because she was on TV for many years. So for this to be the reason why she was kicked out of show business, no one wants to be around anyone who's rude. And I'm sure in Hollywood people are still rude and treating people horribly. It's just that when you're a celebrity, your life is in the media spotlight, which is easier to judge. Get back to the article. DeGeneres has already moved to the Cotswold, a rural area in south central England, the person said. Again, this person. Adding that her Montesino mansion, roughly 90 minutes north of Los Angeles, has been pocket listed or will be listed soon. A representative for Riskin Partners, the prestigious real estate company she retains, did not immediately respond to a request for comment on Wednesday. DeGeneres reportedly bought the sprawling Montesino property in 2019, and she and De Rossi have made it their primary residence. It wasn't clear what would become of the other Southern California properties. Also, she has multiple. A former spokesperson or spokeswoman, for DeGeneres said she is no longer representing the comedian since her comedy special and tour concluded. So she had a comedy special on Netflix, I think it is. I need to go take a look where she addressed the allegation of a toxic work environment. DeGeneres recently released For Your Approval. Okay, here it is. A stand-up show she produced with Netflix.
All right, well, let me catch up on what's been going on with me since you saw me last. I decided to take up gardening. I got chickens. Let me see what else I can tell you about that's been going on. Oh, yeah, I got kicked out of show business. Yeah, the Be Kind girl wasn't kind. That was the headline. Here's the problem. I'm a comedian who got a talk show, and I ended the show every day by saying, be kind to one another. Had I ended my show by saying, go fuck yourselves, people would have been pleasantly surprised to find out I'm kind. Most women aren't raised with confidence. We're too self-conscious, which is why you rarely see a woman playing air guitar. I didn't go into this business for money. It was about healing my childhood wounds. I thought if I could make people happy, then they'll like me. And if they like me, I'll feel good about myself. And all I can say about that is thank God for the money.
Also, it's called For Your Approval on Netflix. In it, she chronicled how she was spending her time post-Helen. And aside from the comedy special itself, none of it was related to show business. I decided to take up gardening, DeGeneres said. I got chickens. Let me see what else I can tell you about what's been going on. Oh yeah, I got kicked out of show business. Yeah. The Be Kind girl wasn't kind. That was the headline. She then wondered aloud whether she should have set expectations differently. Had I ended my show by saying, go F yourself. Also, it's called For Your Approval on Netflix. In it, she chronicled how she was spending her time post Helen. And aside from the comedy special itself, none of it was related to show business. I decided to take up gardening, DeGeneres said. I got chickens. Let me see what else I can tell you about what's been going on. Oh, yeah, I got kicked out of show business. Yeah, the Be Kind girl wasn't kind. That was the headline. She then wondered aloud whether she should have set expectations differently. Had I ended my show by saying, go F yourself, people would have been pleasantly surprised to find out I'm kind, the comedian joked. So, another reason why Helen might be leaving the US is because of all this Diddy drama. She's wrapped up in the sense that her name has been brought up on several occasions of being there with Diddy, knowing what Diddy is going on with. Diddy has been on her show many times, many times, and there are reports out there that she knows what was going on. There are alleged allegations that she was a part of trafficking, especially young girls. Allegedly, I'm saying allegedly. So stuff like that has been going on with Helen, and that too could be a factor why she is leaving to England. Now, England is not a Dubai like Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, oh my gosh, sorry. Russell Wilson is Sierra's husband, football player, nice guy. Russell Simmons, he fled. I can say fled, right? Fled is like when you're a criminal, allegedly. Well, he went to Dubai where they don't have a extradition treaty. I think the word is extradition, meaning if you commit a crime in the US and you run to that country, they don't have to send you back to the US. So you have a new home, new address, which is in that country. But with England, I don't think it's the same. I think if you do something in the US and you run to England, they have the right to send you back to the US. So I don't think that's it for her. But yes, it's either Trump or it could be Trump and that Diddy thing. People keep seeing her getting mentioned in the Diddy. And now these are mentions from bloggers, like YouTubers, everything like that. They are the one who's mostly making these allegations towards Helen and giving their take on it. But yes, the other thing too is with Trump taking over, Trump is what's the word? He's I think he's Christian in the sense that Helen is a lesbian. She's a gay woman. And Trump wants to see he's not for same-sex relationship couples, trans people. So people are thinking it's going to be more difficult when he gets in office, that some of the rules were already set for people, same-sex marriages and same-sex couples, that Trump might walk those back in, because of his belief, and that can affect the community. So maybe that's another reason why. So we don't know, gossipers. Anyways, what are your thoughts? As always, please like, share, subscribe. Let's grow our channel. Thank you for watching and for listening.